こんばんは、皆さん。どうもありがとうございます。Good evening, everyone. Super Kami Guru Alucard des. It is me, your host, Super Kami Guru Alucard. And as usual, we are back for another episode of live Clow card readings. Now, this episode was delayed for a week and a day or so, just because I've had a lot going on and just I guess you could say it was a part of forgetting to do it. Like I would think, oh, I missed my time to do it, but then also a lot has been going on lately. A lot of new plot developments in my story, you could say. So at least we're back now, and we will get right into it. As usual, if you would like your fortune told, please comment gender, zodiac sign, and if you would like a career, a romance, or a general future reading. And please check the description because it has important information if you would like to donate to my PayPal and receive special perks as listed in the description. Or if you just want to check out all of my music, there is a playlist I've designed which has every single song I've released to date. And of course, after the reading, I will update everybody on information regarding new music coming soon, as well as my plans for my Duelist League getting closer and closer to starting its first tournament. All right, so here we go. Oh, great Clow cards of Kurorido, using the power of the sun, the moon, and the stars, reveal to me a message regarding my romantic situation, the Elise, the illusion, the heart, the sleep, the voice, and the arrow. All right, so my romantic situation is off with a good start, the illusion. Now, this might not necessarily be a bad thing. The illusion could actually be indicating that there has seemed like possibilities that weren't really right for me recently, which I have noticed has been a thing. There were some people I liked who it just didn't click, or they didn't want a serious relationship. They mostly wanted sex, or it just really didn't seem like it was going to turn into anything, not even a stable, consistent friendship. So that is actually good. Basically, the energy and the vibe I'm getting from that card is that the illusion is about to be dispelled. I will know who is the right one, and that is a good thing. Next, we have the heart card. So they draw that as the second card for the romance reading, especially with the energy I'm picking up of the illusion being dispelled. The heart card is probably symbolizing that the real true love, the soulmate, the one, attached to the red string of fate, is actually now been discovered, or it's in the process of it happening. So this is a very good sign. And I have met a very lovely girl who wants to be my girlfriend over there in Japan. So that could be a possible potential. And then there's a few other people who had showed me interest too. So I guess we'll see how it goes. Now, the sleep card indicates that now is a time to rest, to sleep on things, to seek clarity and answers when I sleep. When I rest and when I sleep, more answers will come to me regarding this. Next, we have the voice card, which indicates that they will use their voice to express to me how they feel, and that my voice is probably the best tool to express how I feel towards them. And we have the arrow card, which means, especially paired with the love card, I'm getting the energy and the vibe that the arrow card is actually symbolizing like Cupid's arrows being shot at the right target in this case, which is a very good thing. This is actually one of the most powerful romance readings I've got for myself or anybody else. So I'm very happy with that. In fact, I'm kind of like, oh man, I'm excited now just to see those cards turn out that way. So next we will get into career, and then we will do general future for more guidance to clarify. All right. So Oh, great Clow cards, a colorido, using the power of the sun, the moon, and the stars, reveal to me a message of guidance for my career in the future. Release. The loop, the jump, the earthy, the freeze, and the Sakura card. Okay, so from the loop card, which by the way, I will quickly just show everybody the other cards just in case I didn't. Before we get into this, sometimes I forget to do that. I apologize, people. So, first we had the illusion card for the romance reading, just so you could see that's what it is. Then we had the heart card or the love card. And then we had the sleep, followed by the voice and the arrow. This time, with the career, we have the loop, which indicates a cycle of repetition right now, which lately I have because I've been preparing to release the new album. I've kind of tried to get myself back into a consistent schedule that I've been slacking off for a while. And that way I have more time to focus on what is good every day, what's good for me, my well being, as well as what's good for the career and how I can make progress towards all the different things I'm trying to work towards. Next, we have the jump card, which indicates, taking a leap of faith, taking a big jump into the unknown, and really going towards some things that I've not reached yet, but that I'm getting closer to getting to it. We also have the earthy card, which indicates being grounded, finding strength in being myself, not only as a person, but as an artist, because that is my career, and really staying true to my roots. So that is the very important nature of that. Earthy is also symbolic of being powerful within your own inner nature. And lately, I have kind of felt more empowered, just in a very good vibration lately about many different things. Whew. Sorry, after working out today, I'm a bit tired. But next, we have the freeze card, which indicates things seeming at a standstill, which it could be because today in itself, things are kind of frozen and they're not really moving towards any directions I want at the moment. However, in the near future, I believe that it's telling me that things will unfreeze, unthaw, and head towards the right direction. Starting tomorrow, and of course, leading up to September 4th, I'm going to be very busy moving in that direction. So things are going to start to thaw, and hopefully with the release of my new album, September 4th, S.K.G.A goes to Japan, which is, of course, the lovely, beautiful Hitomi Shimatani's birthday, things will start unfreezing and moving the way I want. By the way, I don't know if you can tell behind me, probably hard because it's far away. It looks like a Yu-Gi-Oh card, I'm sure to anybody who knows. It's actually a giant dark magician card I put there, so just some interesting fun facts, and especially because we're doing Clow card readings, you will also notice behind me there where I'm pointing is actually a card captor Sakura mask I got from my ex-girlfriend Ayane. So just some interesting facts there. So yeah, that was the earthy card, the freeze card, and of course, in case I didn't do jump. And then the last card is the Sakura card, which is indicating be true to myself, be my own hero, and there is untapped magical power in moving towards my career that I have not released or realized yet. And I'm getting closer to unlocking my full potential, which is very good. So that is romance and career down. Now we will do general future and get some guidance. Today might be a shorter episode just because I don't have anybody requesting readings at the moment. Now, if somebody does come on and request one, that would, of course, extend the show. But if not, we will do our best to keep it around 30 minutes, but it might end sooner. And if it does, that's okay. But we will also discuss too, because the last picture and this picture's thumbnail involved a woman named Yuka Aizawa that I was supposed to make a song with while I was in Japan. But there's a big sort of complicated backstory for why that didn't work out. And it's sad because they blocked me and disrespected me when I was probably one of their few fans, period. And me and Haruna were definitely her most supportive like bunch of like fans going to all her shows when I was in Japan. And yet she blocked us and had her agency people kind of disrespect us. So I will get more into details of that after the reading. But just to clarify why the last two pictures were of her, they were from my trip to Japan. And I actually meant to talk about this last episode, but I didn't get around to it. It kind of slipped my mind. But today we will definitely discuss it. I actually regretted it right after the show ended. Like, I should have talked about that too. Anyways, all great Clow cards of Kuro Rido, using the power of the sun, the moon, and the stars, reveal to me guidance for my general future to come. Release. So we will do 5 cards face up first, and then we will put a second set of cards face down for further clarity after we read these. All right. So first we have the move card, which indicates movement, that things are gradually going to start to shift in many different directions lately, which I could definitely tell that is happening. It's already in the process of it. But basically, for that card to come up, there's probably more things coming up. I hope you're doing well. You look happy, and it looks like you go out about. I don't understand what you mean touching grass. If you mean literal grass, um, I don't remember the last time I've actually touched literal grass. And if you're talking about weed, I haven't touched that stuff in 2 years. So, go out. Yeah, well, to be honest, I am actually very isolated. Just to clarify, especially because of traumatic experiences, I don't really like to go out in public and deal with people in my country very much, as minimum as possible, right? I don't even like to go to see my doctor, even though I know I need to soon, just because he's kind of annoying. He's not very helpful. He doesn't even speak English. His assistant needs to translate everything for him, and he's kind of a dick. So, yeah, if I don't need to deal with people, I don't. Just saying. But yeah, no, I'm definitely in better spirits because I mean I've got the Yu-Gi-Oh tournament coming up. I'm very close to releasing a lot of new music, which I'm excited for, and I have a lot of potentials for girlfriends, if not the girlfriend, already on the horizon. So things are looking up in that regard, and plus I'm also excited to go back again to Japan next year. Anyways, before I was explaining myself to Sal's in our comments, I was reading the move card, as you could see, and the next card was the fiery, which basically indicates being very passionate, having a strong energy towards everything I'm working towards, which in many regards I am, which I'm sure Cells from the comments could tell that based on my personality in this particular episode. Next, we have the sword card, which indicates really fighting towards what I want, like a battle, and being very strong, feeling empowered, but also taking my destiny and sort of fate by the handle and really using it to the best of my ability. And we have the cloud card, which indicates rising up, feeling lighthearted, sort of bubbly, fluffy, feeling in a good sort of place, a good energy, and also rising up to new heights with many different areas, perhaps, since this is the general future reading. And the last of our first 5 cards is the little card, which indicates being grateful and taking time to appreciate the little things because the little things can sometimes mean the most. So that is our first 5 cards for the general future. And now we will flip the next 5 to see further guidance and clarity on the general future to come. So we have the mist, we have the mirror, we have the create, the shield, and the dash. So with the mist, things have kind of been hazy, confusing, misty in a sense, which actually my favorite singer's album is called Misty, so that's kind of nice. And then also, what the mist is indicating is because in the show, the card was actually used to dissolve things, dissolve barriers, dissolve objects. So the energy that I'm picking up from this card is actually saying that although things might seem misty and hazy and confusing, the barriers are slowly dissolving and it will be easier to make progress towards the things I want in the future. So, very good. And then we have the mirror card, which indicates things are reflecting inward, outwards. And what I see in the mirror is perhaps not what is actually projected always, but in some cases, what you see on the inner mirror is usually reflected outwards. And lately I felt like that because my world has sort of changed and it's become a lot better and happier and more positive. I do actually give credit to feeling better within myself first. You know, self care, put yourself first, that kind of thing. Self concept is very important, as they say in the law of attraction and manifesting and law of assumption community. And I definitely do see that as an important role in what that card is describing. Next, we have the create card, which that makes a lot of sense. I'm creating the Duelist League. I'm creating lots of new music. I'm going to have an album dropping every month for the next couple months. So I'm creating a lot of great things. And plus, even the new romances, creating circumstances with that. So, creating a lot of good things. And the energy I'm also picking up from the create card is not only to keep creating, but to take time, enjoy, and appreciate my creations as they come along the way. Then we have the shield card, which indicates keeping my guard up, being protective, not being as naive or gullible as I used to be, which could be like what I was telling Cells here, that I am very protective and cautious because of past experience. But, you know, with age comes wisdom. You grow, you live through life experiences, and you become a little wiser. I definitely do find that is the case, especially with me. So, next we have the dash card, which indicates really moving forward quickly towards things. Which the energy I pick up on the dash card today is that I shouldn't be rushing too much because I might burn myself out in some cases if I don't conserve my energy. Because life is really a marathon, not a 100-meter dash, and you really can't sprint the entire way. Clow card show. Sorry, folks. I was reading my cards, and then I had somebody open the door there. But anyways, as I was going to say, because there isn't really too much many announcements today, that really threw me off. Sorry, people. But anyways, lately I've been reading Stephen King's Desperation. I highly recommend it. The made-for-TV movie was really good, and lately I've been reading the book to see how well it parallels or follows the movie. And so far, I actually think like the movie is spot on. It's really good. You can't fit everything into a movie that's in a big book like this, but so far the movie is accurate to it. The only things I would say they kind of skimmed down certain details that would be difficult to show in a movie that were some characters' thoughts or just bonus filler details that make the book good, but weren't really necessary to still tell the same story of the movie. So, yeah, it's a great book. Now I will talk about Yuka Aizawa next. The situation with that, which I will show everybody, I actually have an autographed CD from when I met her in Japan when I went to Harajuku. And sadly, we were supposed to make a song together, but it didn't work out because of her agency people. And there was a guy named No Gucci who was a manager, and he was really rude and kind of a jerk. And the idea was when I talked to Yuka after giving her my CD and getting her autograph CD, I was going to make a song with her. And basically, it was going to be her song. I made the beat and I rapped two verses on it, but it was her song, my sort of gift to her. She could release it as her single, use it for her album, just credit me as the producer and featured artist. That's all I asked. I didn't even want money for it. Just, put myself out there more. And of course, help out a fellow artist who had, seemed nice to me and made this autograph CD. But then she blocked me, kind of betrayed me. Her agency like threatened to sue us at one point. Haruna had to melt them off and call people, and her brother's a lawyer, and it started to get ugly. In fact, I made a song dissing Spiral, her talent agency, and her because of this whole situation, because it really was unnecessary, and I really feel disappointed because I thought we were friends, we were fellow supporters, and she totally disrespected us and treated us like garbage. But you know what? Burning bridges like that and disrespecting your fans is not good for business. I've been doing music long enough. I know that. So, in the end, she's only hurting her own self and her career, and her management isn't really being good managers if they're going to act like that. So, that's the whole situation. And it's sad because we took the pictures together. She's a great singer or whatever, but her agency are kind of jerks, and she just threw her fans to the wind because they told her to. And like to disrespect all my hard work, I ended up basically using the beat and the two verses I did, and basically did a filler chorus to just explain why it was supposed to be her on the song, but she kind of screwed us. So that's the, summarized version of that story. Now, with the Duelist Club, I'm hoping to be able to get the rest of the cards I need tonight at midnight, and then I will start building the 16 decks for every character, all the main characters from the show. And the original series, of course, with Yugi, the first 5 seasons, basically characters from that. Although, really, all the characters that I'm planning to use decks from would go really only to the 3rd season, with the exception of Bakura, because Bakura's deck, I have some cards that he doesn't use until season 5. But that's because that's my favorite character. That's actually the deck I will play as in the tournament and in the Duelist League. Everybody else can pick other characters. I like Bakura's deck because I always win with it, and yeah, I like his character too. I watched Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged, great show by the way. Definitely check it out if you haven't seen it. And I love how they made him even more cool and funny than he was in the original series. But yeah, S.K.G.A. Goes to Japan will be a 10-track album dropping September 4th. That'll be the next one. And then an album will follow every month after that for the next couple months, maybe about 10, 11 months. I'll have an album dropping every month. So you'll constantly be getting new music from me, which should be exciting. And basically, as far as like everything else, a lot of good potentials. I actually think I got a message from one of the girls who likes me during the current thing. Let me see if that's it. Oh, no, no, no. It was actually it was actually her talking to Haruna, and Haruna messaged her back, which for anybody who've known me and followed me for a long time, Haruna is my ex. She appeared on many songs such as the intro and the outro Impulse, the intro for S.K.G.A., the bridge on Hip Hop Temple, and the intro for Final Requiem, as well as the intro for the song S.O.S. on Final Requiem. And she's appearing on a song on S.K.G.A. Goes to Japan, rapping a whole verse for the first time, 8 bars, half a verse, but we'll call it a full verse, with her new fiance Yo-chan on a song called Osaka Journey. So definitely stay tuned. It's very exciting. There's also going to be many other guests on the record, such as let's see, Hitomi Shimatani and another She's actually Miss Japan Universe. She is going to appear on the intro for the intro track of the album. Her name is Julie Watanabe. Watanabe. I actually posted the video that she did in full, which will be featured as part of the intro. Hitomi Shimatani also will do intro vocals. And then, of course, the DWC, Denine, Vlad the Impaler, Little Buckingham, they will make an appearance. Haruna and Yo-chan make an appearance. Haruna's daughter, Mina-chan, makes an appearance where she's rapping and singing and kills it. It's actually probably my favorite track from the new album. And yeah, many more. Also, Fujita-san and Takashi Matsuoka, shout outs to y'all. They're on the album. So definitely stay tuned, because a lot of these songs were recorded me leading up to my journey going to Japan. And many of them I recorded with people in Japan because they were all excited. It was like karaoke. They get to appear on professional album. Some of them couldn't even speak English, so we had to write the lyrics, English lyrics, in Japanese characters, and then they rapped it that way. So very exciting. They all did a great job. So I'm excited for that album to be released. And yeah, that's pretty much all I was going to talk about today. But definitely stay tuned. And also, the exciting news is I finally got in touch with Keith Murray. So after I pay him to do an outro for another song, that'll be released on the sequel to S.K.G.A. Goes to Japan, entitled S.K.G.A. Goes Back to Japan, which will probably be released sometime around June, July next year, right as I'm going back, as sort of like an anniversary part two kind of concept. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed watching. I appreciate everybody's comments and feedback. And please check out the description for info to my music or to donate to PayPal to receive special perks. And if you wanted your fortune told, but especially because we're ending now and you didn't get a chance, please just comment on the video after your gender, zodiac sign, and if you would like career, romance, or general future, and I will be sure to read it in the next episode. Now, with the bonuses from donating, you can actually receive multiple readings on weekly to daily basis, even monthly basis, and then you're constantly getting updates, from the Clow cards about all the exciting things to come in your future. Anyways, Super Kami Guru Alucard, peace out. Domo arigato gozaimasu, minasan, oyasumi nasai, peace.